Festive decorations brighten the small post office of Wheatonville. Maya, a young woman adorned with bouncy curls, has her hands full, dropping off her last-minute Christmas cards. Do you think these will arrive in time? Ma'am, it'll take a Christmas miracle on 34th Street for that to happen. See all those cards over there? Yours will just sit on top until they come collect it later today. The postal worker grunted. Oh, wow. Seems like Every is still mailing cards these days, huh? It's the last day for the letters to Santa holiday drive. At least he'll get his cards in time. She laughed. At the counter over is David, a rugged man in his early 30s, and his bright-eyed son, Joshua. The young boy clutches a red envelope. I wish with all my heart, he says, before attempting to reach up and put the envelope on the North Pole Express box next to Maya's bag. Next, the postal worker exclaims, startling Maya as she gathers her things. In her haste, she accidentally picks up the bright red envelope from the counter and tucks it into her bag. Later that evening, as Maya sips her tea and winding down for the night, she notices the bright fixture standing tall and peeking up from her bag, a letter to Santa she hadn't mailed herself. Curious, she opens it. The letter, hardly legible, was written with one simple request: a toy train set with a red caboose, like the one his grandfather used to own. In small letters at the bottom of the sticky paper, it read, Joshua. Maya's expression softens, her heart clearly moved by the child's sole wish. The next day, while is working behind the counter of her small, festive cafe spilling with Christmas decor, the bell above the door jingles as two familiar faces approach the counter. David and Joshua enter, ordering 2 hot chocolates, then proceed to sit at one of the tables with a built-in chess game. They seemed so close, laughing and smiling, and David was teaching Joshua how to protect his queen. When David took off his coat, Maya couldn't help but notice David's stature, something she hadn't quite picked up on under this many layers at the post office the day prior. His deep chocolate skin illuminated by the Christmas lights, and she immediately wanted to wrap herself in his arms, like the garland draped along the cafe walls. Hey, didn't I see you yesterday? David asked as they came back for their second cup of cocoa. You work here. I own it, actually, she said, her face turning red as a smile crept across his face. Wow, that's amazing. This used to be my grandfather's favorite cafe. He brought me here all the time as a kid before. His voice trailed off. Well, we just lost him last Christmas. Sorry to hear that. This was my grandmother's cafe, and you same. Maya voice cracked. This time of year was always her favorite. About an hour later, when their cups ran dry, the two of them left. Maya noticed a notepad left behind on their table. Reading it at, to buy, toy train set, similar to Pop's, the one with the red caboose. She immediately knew she couldn't ignore it. She decided to help bring a little Christmas magic into their lives. Clocking out early, she bolted to the stores to find this famous train. As the night fell, no luck. Maya anxiously searched through rows and rows of empty shelves where toys once were, shaking her head in frustration. Each store near closing early, and none having the train set. Every store was sold out, and time was running out. Pausing, she remembered the only toy store across town she and her grandfather used to visit during the summers. With eager eyes, she raced there, finding it glowing with lights despite the late hour. As the bell chimed upon her walking in, and she sees the magnificent wonder set on display. Snatching it up, she is delighted to know this little set will bring holiday magic to at least one person. Approaching David's porch with quiet care, she placed 2 gifts on porch, one tag reading to Joshua, and another to David. She rang the doorbell, and quickly sprinted down the driveway like a kid playing ding-dong ditch, and climbed into her car. Thinking she was out of sight while driving off, David catches a glimpse of her, and her car peels away, uncovering a trail of asphalt from the freshly fallen snow covering his driveway. He picks up the gifts, confused but smiling. Joshua excitedly tears into his present, revealing the toy train set with the red caboose. Joshua couldn't believe his eyes. Santa came! He yelled. He really came. Wow. David looked on, excited, and Joshua began assembling the locomotive. He slowly unwrapped his gift left by Santa. In it, he finds a marble chess set and a small white piece of paper. Laughing, he stares at for a while. What you get, Dad? Asked Joshua. The best gift, son. He paused. You'll grow to learn sometimes. Some of more precious gifts aren't the ones under the tree, but the ones that come from the heart.